Hi, folks. It's Todd Von Deak at ATSNJ. And if you're watching this, I'm betting you've just pulled up this video from one of our conference e-newsletters. Welcome to Atlantic City. Thrilled you're here. And if you're not with us and catching it from afar, we'd love to see you next year. Just putting the thought out. One of the things we wanted to do this year was expand the newsletters a bit by catching up with a few folks and including their thoughts and their ideas on all things ATSNJ and athletic training. So we certainly needed to catch up with our current president-elect, soon-to-be president, Steve Barandica out at Monroe Township High School. Hello, friend.
Hi, Todd. How are you? Thanks for having me.
Wonderful. Always a chance. Love the chance to catch up. Love the chance to get this story out more far and wide. We're somewhere between a couple of hours to go or an hour or two into, depending on the exact timing of a few things that we can't predict before the conference. Curious your thoughts as you're about to become president about the state of athletic training in New Jersey and generally what's on your mind as you're about to take on this new leadership role.
Yeah, I'm excited to be honest with you. I think, the last 2 years, preparing as president-elect have served me well, an opportunity to kind of look at the ins and outs of the society. I've also had the opportunity to serve as treasurer. So, really kind of has given me the tools I think I need to, in order to lead the society forward. I think, one of my main goals is to kind of just propel us, into uncharted waters and to, to move the, move the needle with the society and our field. And honestly, represent our members well and, make sure that they're proud of, where the society is going and, everything we're doing just to help support them, in the field of athletic training in New Jersey.
That's wonderful. Is there anything over the last 2 years as president-elect that just is that story that gives you a smile? I know how much you do with the students. I know all of that. Something just stand out or a thought, of the last two as you reflect?
Yeah, I think it's just really the relationships I've been able to form, wearing different types of hats, having the opportunity to see, the future of athletic training and the students that are, coming in through our state programs. Again, I think we have a lot of great leaders coming up. And, one of my goals is definitely going to be to bring them in and to make sure that they, get their feet wet in trying different things, joining committees and hopefully, pursuing some of these leadership positions. I know sometimes there's a little bit of hesitancy, when you're young and kind of just getting started. But as they did when I was a student and kind of just said, hey, you look like you'd be good for one of these positions, you get started like that and then, you get to meet
Then
great
you're
people and you,
president.
yeah, and you get motivated and you have an opportunity to leave a mark in a, in a society that's been around for a while and it's done a lot of great things in the state.
Of course, the Practice Act is at the center of the bullseye in so many different ways and the A1 of priorities. What should we know? Any updates, thoughts you want to share there?
Yeah, I think right now, we're trying to continue again working, through different types of things to make sure that the language is where it needs to be. Again, we don't get an opportunity to work on our Practice Act all the time. So making sure that we do our due diligence, talk with different stakeholders and make sure that, we have what we want and that, we put our members in a good position and our practice in a good position. Again, we're a lot of leaders, past and present, having the opportunity to work together and collaborate in some of these efforts. A lot of help from, our lobbyist as well, Eric Orlando and his group. So, super excited for where things are. A year from now, hoping that, we can kind of push that through the legislative process and that it becomes a law. Again, it's been a long time, a lot of hard work, from multiple stakeholders in it. And, we're kind of just chugging along and hopefully, this is the final push and that we have some good news, pretty soon.
We both teach in various ways and in various places. So I can't allow you to take the easy answer of the Practice Act. That's just not my teaching style.
Mhm.
What do you want to be celebrating? And obviously, it's a fluid set of waters and all of that. But sitting here today, what's your hope that we're talking about in a year as we recap the year and we're back at another annual conference in 26?
Mhm. Honestly, I would say that, really just celebrating, that the society is taking a step forward in whatever it is that, that we choose to do. I know And in my current job as athletic director, a lot of times you walk into the office, you don't know what to expect. I think every president has had an opportunity to deal with something that comes up. And I've had many conversations with many past presidents, and a lot of them always say, there's going to be something, that kind of comes up during your presidency. Don't know if it'll come up this year. Maybe it comes up, during the second year, but, being prepared to celebrate, that we made good decisions, as an executive, as an executive group, and that, all together, we're pushing forward and, making our members proud.
Steve Barandica, I feel absolutely comfortable and confident, and I don't do this often, of speaking for an entire group to say thank you for all you've done, and to say thanks for what's ahead, and to tell everybody watching this, I'm pretty confident you would love to say hi in the halls and in the breakout rooms, and especially talk to folks about how they could get involved.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, I think, anytime, any of our members have any questions, I'm always going to be available, and the rest of the executive council will be available to answer any questions. We love to serve our society, and we're excited for, for what's to come.